And developing this morning, that loud boom was heard across the DMV yesterday, and now we're learning more about what caused it. Defense officials say it came from fighter jets scrambling to respond after a private jet flew right over D.C.
Officials say the pilot of that jet was unresponsive as air traffic control tried to reach out. Moments later, the plane crashed in a remote part of Southwest Virginia. We do want to get right now to our Joseph Omo, who is tracking the very latest on this developing story. So, Joseph, what are you learning this morning?
You know, tonight in Corey, for many people, it was just another Sunday afternoon, right? You'll recall it was absolutely beautiful yesterday, the first weekend in June, but at around 3 p.m., everything changed. That is when this sonic boom ricocheted across the DMV. Imagine a sound so loud you hear it across 2 states and our nation's capital. Well, new this morning, we are learning that that sound was caused by F-16 fighter jets, including some that took off at Andrews Air Force Base right here behind me.
Hey.
Here we go.
For this couple with some musical talent, little did they know they'd have some help from the sky as they were recording yesterday. That sound coming from the sonic boom of F-16 fighter jets scrambling on high alert over the DC sky after a private business jet flew right through restricted airspace. Defense officials say the pilot was unresponsive and that the fighter jets were authorized to travel supersonic to try and draw attention from the pilot. That aircraft, a Cessna Citation, ended up crashing in a mountainous area of southwest Virginia just moments later. And this morning, rescuers say there are no survivors. The FAA and the NTSB are investigating this morning, but what's still unclear is why the pilot wasn't responding. Data from Flight Radar 24 shows the flight was destined to Long Island, New York from Tennessee. It flew right over the airport it was supposed to land at and then turned around headed towards D.C. This morning, the FAA not confirming how many people were on board or why the aircraft ultimately crashed. For now, we're left with that mysterious boom over a sunny Sunday sky. And back here just outside of Joint Base Andrews, guys, I'll tell you the one thing that I am looking out for is a preliminary report from the National Transportation Safety Board, the NTSB. That should come in between 2 and 3 weeks from today. That'll give us some context, not a full reason as to why this crash happened, but it will give us some circumstances around what happened yesterday. I will caution there is chatter on social media about this. The plane, per NORAD, was not shot down. It was intercepted and it was kind of guided out of this restricted airspace in DC, but they never used the language that it was shot down. Of course, still lots of unanswered questions, although I can confirm just moments ago, the FAA confirming to DC News Now that there were 4 people on board of that Cessna Citation business jet. And as you heard in that piece there, rescuers said, Corey and Tanaya, that unfortunately there were no survivors of that crash. Reporting just outside of Joint Base Andrews, Joseph Omo, DC News Now. Corey, back to you.